So let's start with your introduction. Tell me something about yourself.
Okay. My name is Namita Singh. I'm basically from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Currently, I'm pursuing my BTech degree in computer science. And coming to my academics, I have scored an aggregate of 82% in 10th standard and 60% in 12th standard. And my current CGPA is 7.5 out of 10. Except my academics, my interest lied in software development. I am proficient in Java. As well as I have knowledge about data structure, DBMS, SQL, HTML, CSS. I have a decent problem-solving skill and analytic thinking. Also, I have completed some certifications like in Java, in Python, and web designing. And my final year project is Crypto Life Tracker.
Okay, that's very impressive. So tell me about your crypto project.
Yeah, so basically this Crypto Life Tracker, this is the website where you can track the live prices of the trending crypto coins or whichever crypto coins you want to find out. As this crypto coins are the this our area like India and in South Asia, this is a very largest epicenter for crypto and blockchain technology. So keeping in that mind, we work on this project. I have used CoinGecko API and Axios API to track the live data of crypto coins.
Okay, fine. So I just want to know that why are you choosing software engineer as a profession? Like, why do you think will it be, professionally and personally fulfilling to you?
Yeah, so software industry, from my childhood, From my childhood, I was interested in software because my father was in computer and hardware business. So growing up old, I was always interested in software. So I always it was my aim to be coming to this industry and to get a good role in this industry.
Okay, great. And like, why you would like to work in our company?
Okay. Yeah, there are several reasons to join your company. Firstly, it's a great privilege for anyone to work in a reputed company like yours. You have more than 2.5 lakh employees. Your company is one of the greatest contributor to the country economy, as well as it became the fourth Indian company to cross 100 billion in market capitalization. Secondly, from my LinkedIn connections and seniors, I came to know about the learning programs and trainings your company provide, the hackathons you organize, so by your education centers. So that also attracts me. And thirdly, this company provides a good environment for the employees. So being a fresher, I want to boost my confidence to get by a good environment. So I want to join your companies for these reasons.
Okay, fine. Okay, suppose, Nivedita, if we select you, then how will you add value to our company? Like, if I say it in a straightforward manner, then why should we select you in our company?
Okay, there is no doubt there are more candidates who are much talented than me. But being a fresher, I think I'm very flexible and adaptive to learn anything or learn new things. I learned that how to be a good team player, how to work how to coordinate with your team members. I'm sure that is a very good quality of mine, which I will bring to the table. I'm confident that I will be able to contribute to the growth of your company. So that's why I think I am a suitable candidate for your company.
Okay, great to hear this. See, all of us have some, strengths and weaknesses. So yes. I would like to know what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah. So I believe that my greatest strength is the ability to solve problems quickly and efficiently. I can see any given situation from multiple perspectives. The problem solving allows me to be a better communicator. So I am just as comfortable as speaking to a senior executive as I am to a junior members. I think my ability to see all sides of an issue will make me a great asset to the team. And coming to my weakness, I realized before some time that social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are my weakness because sometimes I spent a lot of time on that. So as I realized, I started working on that. I bound myself to select a particular time period of the day. So when I will use the social media, and I also changed my preferences for the platforms. I have changed my platform preference like Facebook to LinkedIn. So now if I am using the social platforms, I'm connecting to various informative groups and senior developers so that I can acquire knowledge even though I am on social media.
That is your weaknesses. These
Yes.
are your weaknesses, right?
Yes.
Okay, spending more time on social media.
Yes.
Okay, fine. And so according to you, like, what is the difference between, confidence and overconfidence?
Yeah. So I think confidence is believing on my strengths, believing on my skills and my abilities, and overconfidence is uh, believing only on myself. Like if I am the only person who is capable to get the job, I am the only person to achieve the greatest job. So I think that only what is the main difference between the confidence and overconfidence. If I believe on myself, that is my confidence. If I believe only on myself, then that will be my overconfidence. I consider this. Hello?
Yeah, sorry. Uh, See, we expect our team members to set their
Mm-hmm.
professional goals, short term
Yes.
and long term both. So,
Yeah.
what are your short term and long term goals?
My short-term goal is to explore my knowledge throughout the training programs so that I can perform well in the production to gain a good position like a team leader. And my long-term goals are to earn new responsibilities with the company and ultimately reaching a higher position as they open and helping the company succeed in the long term.
Okay, fine. Let me ask you one question which might surprise you.
Okay.
Do you know how many iPhone users are there in India?
Uh, iPhone users.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know the exact number of iPhone users in India,
Hmm.
but I can uh, uh, I can say that approximately there is a percentage between 50 to 60%, maybe because the iPhone is now a very demanding product in our country now. So I guess there is a chance of 50 to 60% of the of our country are iPhone users.
So
That might be wrong. Yeah.
you are giving some approximate numbers to me. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Fine. Okay, let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what is palindrome numbers and how you are going to write program for it?
Yeah. So basically, the palindrome number, if we reverse the digits of the number, it will be the same. That we consider as a palindrome number. For example, 111, 222, 191, 272, like this. So for that, I think the logic is in the definition. If we use a while loop and if we store the digits from the if we store the digits from the reverse order, and then we can compare the real number with after reversing the number. If both the numbers are same, then we can find out which one is a palindrome number. So that will be the logic for palindrome.
Okay. And do you know why a Fibonacci series is used? If yes, then could you please also explain the steps to write a Fibonacci program?
Yeah. Yeah, so Fibonacci series usually the third term of a Fibonacci series is the summation of the last two terms. So that is the Fibonacci series I know. Why it is used? again, I don't know the exact answer, but as of my knowledge, I think using Fibonacci series, the productivity, the flow, so it will increase the productivity if we use it like a process, because the output will always be greater than the previous output. So maybe it can be used as a productivity process. And to write the Fibonacci programs, we can simply first term and the second term in a variable. Then can use the second variable every time change the initial terms, and we can find out the third term, and then the third term will be the second, and the second will be the first. So if we use the temporary variables, we can maintain the Fibonacci series flow, and each time we will get the third term as the output, and the series will be maintained. So that will be the logic for that Fibonacci series program.
Okay. So, are you aware about DBMS concept? Can I ask you a
Yes.
few questions if you are comfortable?
Yeah, sure. You can ask me.
Okay. So tell me, what are the few, disadvantages of using file processing system?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there are many drawbacks of file processing system. It was a traditional way, or it was a process before some years. So the following drawbacks I can say are data redundancy and inconsistency, difficult in accessing data. If we are storing data in file structure, there will be so many files, and if whenever we try to access any data, that will take a lot of time. So difficult in accessing data will be my second point. Then data integrity is also another crucial point, because crucial drawback, because it is very hard to maintain data integrity with the file processing system. Then security problems is another issue, because we can't keep the files for a long time. There is a issues of leakage, so I think security problems. Yeah, so this much I can say the drawbacks of file processing system.
Okay. Could you tell me, like, what are the three levels of abstraction?
Yeah. Okay. So the three labels of abstractions are physical, logical, and view level. And physical is the lowest level of abstraction. And it describes how the data are stored. And then the logical label, it is the next higher level of abstraction. And that describe what data are stored in the database and what relationship among those data. And the highest level of abstraction is view level, and it describes that the whole part of the entire database.
Okay. Are you good in data structure as well?
Yes, I am aware of data structure.
Okay. So can you explain the difference between file structure and storage structure?
Yes. Basically, file structure is a representation of data into a secondary or auxiliary memory for, say, any device like hard disks or pen drives. So those stores data which remains intact until it is manually detected, and is known as and it is also it can be also deleted. And then the storage structure, data is stored in the main memory, that is RAM, and it is deleted once the function that uses the data is get completely executed. So whenever we are using data to execute a function, RAM is used. So the main difference between these two data structure, file structure and storage structure, is the memory of the computer system. The file structure data is stored in auxiliary memory, and the storage structure data is stored in a main memory.
Okay. And do you know about linked list?
Yes, linked list.
So tell me why, like, linked list consider more efficient than arrays?
Yes. Yeah, linked lists are efficient than arrays. definitely, because linked list is a dynamic data structure and array is static. Whenever we are performing operations like insertion and deletion, it is very hard to perform on arrays comparing to list, because a new room to be created for the new elements, and the existing element must be shifted in case of array. But in the linked list, the same operation can be easier, as you can update the address only in the next pointer of the node. So in case of operations, linked list is far better than arrays. And as I have already mentioned, that linked list is a dynamic data structure. We don't need to initialize the size at the time of creation. But in case of arrays, we need to initialize the size. So the size will be fixed.
Okay. Could you elaborate more scenarios and explain where one can use linked list and where we should use arrays?
Yes, I can, and I will explain whatever I have mentioned in previous question. So the first one will be like, where the first thing is array static. So in the case when we don't know the exact number of elements we are going to store, we will use a linked list. And then when we have large number of data to add and remove, we have many operations to perform, we will use linked list. And for random access operations, we will prefer linked list. And when we are to insert an item anywhere in the list, we will prefer a linked list, because it is dynamic, so it will be preferable than array.
Okay. Just a second.
Okay.
That's a good answer, fine. But could you tell me about the process behind storing a variable in memory?
Yes. A variable is basically a container to store the data. Whichever data we are using for our functions, whichever data we are using in a program, to contain the data, a variable is used, and the data types data. So if we are storing the data in the memory on two major things, that is the data type. So time first store the data structure used. So these things, and except this, the concepts like dynamic allocation. So based on so the amount, the data structure, and allocation are three factors should be considered when we are storing a variable in.
Okay. So you mentioned in the beginning that you worked in Java.
Yes, I have worked in Java. The UTS concepts and exceptions I learned through Java.
Okay, so tell me, how does hash map handle collisions in Java?
Okay. The java.util.hashmap class in Java uses the approach of chaining to handle the collision. So in chaining, if a new value with the same key are attempted to be pushed, then these values are stored in a linked list, stored in a bucket. So in what happened in the worst case scenario, all the key might have the same hash code, which will result the hash table turning into a linked list again. So in this case, I think the hashing algorithm should be taken care, and the complexity will be searching a value in a linked list will be take order of n. So I think the selecting a hashing algorithm shall be taken care in case of this type of scenarios.
Okay, great, nice.